Saint Seiya! Oh, guys, you know it's going down a trip of memory lanes when we get Saint Seiya Solar Go. Now, we had a few things coming into this. One thing is like, this is being done by Toei, and you're being like, oh, Toei, those lazy motherfuckers, they don't even put like fucking 10 pence into like One Piece's animation. For some strange reason, it's that this is the complete opposite. The two series that are being done as IOD's online animations, Sailor Moon Crystal and Saint Seiya. I'm happy to say that Sailor Moon Crystal and Saint Seiya Solar Gold look great. This definitely different from the Omega art style, since that was actually a TV show going in the mornings. This one feels a lot more like it, and I'm guessing this is from the same people that did the Lost Canvas ODAs. It seems like a lot more of that art style, like very hard to describe the Omega art style, but it's definitely more set onto that sort of style and more kind of, I guess, to the original mangaka's art style. But definitely really love this first episode. You get to see pretty much that this it seems like the actual Gold Saints themselves, like Iolia and the rest of them, somehow came back alive, and they have this weird mark over their face. It's like wondering like what actually happened to these guys, and finding out that they are actually in the sacred land of the God Warriors themselves. They're in Asgard. This is a very interesting thing, because if people don't know, actually, the Asgard arc in the original Saint Seiya is filler. All of the entirety of the Saint Seiya Asgard stuff, including one of the movies as well, that's all filler. That never happened in the series, which is very interesting, since it actually seems like they're trying to make Asgard canon, or they're trying to make a different kind of way about it, because there are 7 new God Warriors, which I believe in the original series there's around about like 4 or 5 of them in the series. So it's very interesting to see like what's going to be happening, and it seems like this obviously happened straight after the Hades arc. Like, it seems like the Hades arc is still like kind of going on during this time, since the whole eclipse that's going on at the time. It's very weird to see where this exactly stands in the timeline. This has probably happened straight after the Wailing Wall. It's very interesting. Got to say, like, you get to see like Iolia there, like trying to like with this other girl as well, which I believe her name was Aletha, and she's a bit suspect actually, because you see her right at the end saying like she's done some funny shit, and like she looks incredibly evil and looks like a weird version of Athena. So definitely got to say, like, yeah, there's something very incredibly up with her. My guess is that she's probably the one that brought him back to life for a purpose, although it sounds either that I think she made out of use for him to actually, make her powerful, or make her the ruler of now the Asgard, since now the actual original Lady Hilda has become fallen ill, which is actually from the filler arc as well, so I'm pretty sure that most of this is canon. So definitely really like that. And the ending of the episode, we did have to see like Iolia go against like one of the God Warriors, and then he's pulling out one of the like this fucking like God armor. It isn't like fucking Seiya's ultimate armor, but it's definitely really interesting. This Kamui cloth, it just looks so sick. And I remember seeing like a design where it was like you could turn like the actual figure of Iolia into like the lion with like the wings and stuff like that, and it looks so cool and it looks so beautiful. And one thing is to say, we didn't technically get the opening this week, but I do know that they're doing Soldier Dream as the opening, and they had it as the ending. Sometimes animes do this, and it's really weird, and it was only in, like, just text, and it was like, oh my god, I forgot what I was doing. It's been done by the original band as well, which is awesome. And I gotta say, I like this version more than I did the original one, because, I always used to be, Saint Seiya, Uno Shino Yoni. I used to always love the first opening, and they did that in Omega, and now they've done the second opening of Saint Seiya here. So I think that's very clever, and I really like that. Who knows, if we ever get a new series, maybe they might do the other ones for the ODAs. I think that'd be very cool. Personally, what I really wanted, I wanted a complete reboot of the series, but from what I was expecting of the series, I really like it. It seems like it's going to be episodic. I mean, 12 episodes, Athena's like Gold Saints, so it'll be interesting. Obviously, there's some things around there, so I'm guessing 11 episodes are going to be focused on the Saints, and the 12th is going to be a little wrap-up finale episode. So I would like it to be 24, I would like it to be 50, I would like it to be an ongoing thing, to be honest. Like, if it was actually Saint Seiya reboot, I think that'd be sick, or like, reboot of the original series. It's like, we already had Omega, we already had the next generation. It'd be weird if we had the next generation. So definitely one thing is like, I love that they're Saint Seiya Love Alive. Was it fun? Yes. Was it nostalgia? Yes. Are you going to be confused if you don't know anything about Saint Seiya? Yes, you are. I would not recommend this to like anyone who has not seen Saint Seiya. if you want to see more about the series, I guess watch the first episode and then honestly go with the original anime. It's very dated, it's very old. Like, I mean, I guess in a way, if you want to see a different telling of it and you don't want to see all that time that like put into a bunch of 100 episodes, go watch the CGI movie. But I feel like maybe you should see this first because it's an origins of the Gold Saints and they're very important to the actual arc itself. Then perhaps maybe see the CGI movie, because I think the CGI movie is very underrated, and I think the movie is actually very good in its own way, even though it's a modern day version of the Saint Seiya story. So definitely really enjoyed this, and I feel like I've been the most factual with this video, honestly. This is pretty much coming from a big Saint Seiya fan. I absolutely love this series. I think it's a really great little shonen series. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Personally, I really enjoyed this. Without fanboying getting in the way, I did think this was a great first episode. But considering that you have no idea, to new fans, that you have no idea for the like any of the characters at all, yeah, that does have to take some marks. For a Saint Seiya fan, it's a 9. It was really fantastic, really great. As a non-Saint Seiya fan, and I think it's definitely enough to make people grind into the series, like, you know, it really wants to grip them, but you're going to be lost right from the start. So you'll be like, who this character is, who's Iodia, who's this, who's Leafia, who's, you know, Hilda, who's this, who's the Asgards, you know, who the God Warriors, who the Saints, you know. I think definitely what they need to do, especially with the next episode, what they always did with the opening, talk about Athena States, talk about the God Warriors. There you go, opening. They should have done that at the start of this one, but it's like they showed obviously the starting of, you know, the Hades saga into the Valyrian saga. I forget what it's called, the one after the Hades saga, but regardless what, loved it. Personally, this is from Saint Seiya fan, and this is my opinion, and I think this is the most factual one you're going to get of all the Saint Seiyas. But that's all for me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.